Number 6, Hawkeye. 5-1.
Got a job interview today. Not feeling great. My morning was not what I wanted it to be. I'm tired. I am definitely in tantrum mode. Not in the right mindset to go present myself as a functioning member of society. My room looks like this. My car is still a mess. I still haven't called the exhaust people because I was supposed to do that this morning, but then the morning got away from me because we had a guy coming in to fix the plumbing, so that was a mess. I haven't eaten anything since like 9. It is noon now. My thing's at 1, so I have to leave in less than a half an hour. Oh yeah, we're having a good time. And then I had to shower, but because my hair hadn't dried enough before I blow dried it, it is now all frizzy. So not wild about that. And if I don't keep brushing it, it gets worse. Not crazy about it. This is also the job where like it's not an industry I know much about, so you know, questions might be a little harder and stuff like that. Printed out my resume. This shirt keeps moving around. This is the outfit. I had to switch shoes twice, but frankly these just look kind of better. I don't know, it looks stupid. It looks stupid either way. I don't like these pants. I thought they'd be skinnier than this. I just went into H&M and got the first thing that looked like work pants. I don't like how these look. I rolled them, which I don't think you're supposed to do, but also these things pick up dust like nobody's business. It just looks stupid. I feel stupid. I look stupid. Okay. We're back from the interview. We ordered Taco Bell because I deserve it. That one, gotta say, wasn't great. Not on my end either. It was just like weird vibes all around. Like I could just kind of tell it was not gonna be a good fit. I didn't say no off the bat. I like told them I had another interview pending, which I do, but I think even if my other job possibly doesn't come through, I'm still gonna say no to this one. It would have had good pay and good benefits, but after meeting with like the person who'd be supervising me, I don't think it would have been good. It's not good when you sit across from the person hiring you and think, wow, this is a really bad interview. You know, like I should not be thinking I could do a better job. And this is like the first time this has happened to me. Like she seemed out of it, just didn't, she wasn't very focused. And then when she was describing the position to me, I felt my eyes glaze over because it's just a lot of, it was a lot of paperwork, but in describing what we do, like it was very hard to keep track of what was being said. Like it's just a lot of moving shit around, like moving paper around. Wasn't for me. Wasn't for me. Pardon the angle. It's just I'm sitting in my window seat and drinking. This is mocha iced coffee I bought at Target that I just have to like pour over ice and don't have to like make myself, which is a game changer because there are so many ants in the kitchen that we cannot get rid of. Right now I'm dealing with like just a little bit of guilt about the gym. I slept in today. I went back to work yesterday. I'm very tired. But I went back to work and then I had to run a ton of errands. So like my body is physically tired. So I ended up sleeping until 9 something. And usually I go to the gym for 11 and the gym's 15 minutes away, but I still have to get dressed and get in my car and drive there. And then also I have a hard out at noon for that because I have to come back, shower, and then eat lunch, and then turn right back around and go to my voice lesson, which is all the way like two towns over, I think. So it's Thursdays are a bit stressful for me. They're just back to back and they're so rigid. and we can only go later. We can't, I don't know. It's all very confusing. I was looking at my workout that I was planning on doing today and tried to see how much I could do in the little home gym, which is really a closet, we have downstairs, because we have like a bunch of weights and we have bands and we have, I bought a bench that I built, like a few months ago, and like there's an elliptical down there, and like if we really want, we can go into the main part of the basement and watch the TV while we do all this stuff. The only thing I don't have is I don't have a pull-up bar, and I don't have, what's the other thing? I don't have like a bar weight, which I've been doing deadlifts with the bar, and we don't have machinery, obviously. So it's been me like looking at my app and being like, okay, I can do everything except like these 3 things. Oh, I don't have slides either, so I can't do like, but there's other ways of doing it. And trying to adapt it for home so I can cut down on travel time and things like that. And every time I have to do this, I get guilty, because I'm like, oh, I'm not showing up, and I told her I'd be here, and I told, like, blah, blah, blah. And it's all this stuff, and while I'm on my job search right now, you know, it's going to occur to me, once I hit a full-time job, I will not be going in the middle of the day anymore, if at all, or if I'm not working close by, I may not go. The place I was interviewing last time, which I do not think I'm going to get, and if they offer it to me, I don't think I'll take it, is right next door to like a YMCA, which runs on a sliding scale in terms of payment, and has like a pool and things like that, and like different forms of exercise. And so at the time I was thinking, well, if I'm going to be working there, maybe I'll go to the Y instead, because it's cheaper, and, you know, it's close to my works, which means I can just go after work and not have to worry about things like that. But the thing is, I have such a limited amount of energy, and Thursdays are really hard for me, because I feel like I put all my energy into working out in the morning, and then I get to my voice lesson and I'm just like wiped, so then I can't focus on my music. And then today, it's my first voice lesson after COVID, where I don't feel like my voice is back to where it was pre-COVID. I filmed a self-tape last night that required belting, and it was very hard to like get a good placement where I wasn't just descending into coughing fits. Eventually we got a decent take that was comfortable and that was safe. And it took like taking a shot of honey and then chasing it with tea just to coat it so it wouldn't feel so itchy, because that's what keeps happening. It feels like something itches when I belt, just because of where the song sits. It's not like my high, you know, Sutton Foster-y level belt. I'm not comparing skill, I'm comparing like range, and like my chest. So it's like in the weird mid part, but I can't mix it, otherwise it loses its power. So it does, like, it just tickles a part of my throat that makes me want to cough. We're gonna get back on subject, because I've gone on like 6 tangents since we've begun this. I'm dealing with guilt about the gym. I have to remind myself that my working out and fitness and all that, that's for me. That is not to impress a trainer. That is not worrying about what I look like to other people. That is not worrying about whether I do it at home or whether I do it at the gym. One is not better than the other. I'm still moving my body. I'm not aiming for an ideal body type here. We're just aiming to get strong, and I have gotten strong. I'm coming back from a long illness. My energy is just like not here. I'm working. I'm dealing with a bunch of other shit. Working out at home is not the end of the world. Good afternoon. It is May 6th. It's Friday. It's a day off. I have designated it a rest day, basically meaning I don't set an alarm and I just let myself do what I want. However, I have some enemies to defeat. We have been having such a bad ant problem lately, like just bad. Just really bad. Like, they're everywhere. I have tried like everything. I need to clear out the dishes because that's not helping, but even when I do clear the dishes, it doesn't help. There's so many of them. I had to move the sugar and everything to the middle of the kitchen so they can't get to it, but even so, I still found a few stray ones. I'm basically gonna empty the dishwasher, fill it so I can get all the food stuff off the counter, and then I'm gonna wipe the hell out of everything just to make it as clean as I possibly can, make sure everything's sealed up. Yeah, that's like kind of the big project right now, because everything is just like not good. My mom's away this week, so like when she comes back we'll deal with it in a more serious sense, but it's just, there's so many. Whenever I move an appliance, there's just so many. You can't see them, but they're there. There's so many. There's too many. This is a problem. So I gotta wipe down a bunch of stuff. Yeah. What did you find? Why aren't you listening to me when I'm trying to get you to stop doing that? Half your body's in the ground right now. Mimi. Hello. It is, I almost said April, May 9th. It's the day after Mother's Day. It's a very nice day. Today, I don't have work. I had therapy in the morning, and then I was gonna spend the rest of the day kind of doing like a deep clean. I got as far as like, this looks not clean. Well, it's cleaner than it was. There's cleaning supplies on the end of it, but it was a lot clearer before. But I did like a nice dusting of a lot of stuff. Tried to clear off this because it gets really cluttered. I was gonna vacuum and like really pick up. And then I did like a deep clean of the bathroom, which I try to do fairly regularly. And back flare up, like one of the stabby kinds, not like just like that ache feeling. It's that right in the sacral like joint, that pokey thing. So I tried icing it like during lunch, hoping that would like tone it down a bit. And it helped like while it was happening, but then the more I move around, of course, and like bending over and stuff irritates it. So then I put biofreeze on it to try and like mimic what the ice felt like. Didn't really work. Laid flat. Basically, I would like clean. I would feel it like stab me. I would take a break. So I was like lying flat on the floor, just trying to get it to just settle, and then lying on my stomach so I'm not putting any kind of like weight on it. Trying not to bend over too much. Now I think like got to the point, look, I've accomplished stuff for the day. You know, I did therapy, I cleaned the bathroom, I cleared my nightstand for the most part. There's shit on the floor, but it's fine. Like stuff that's low to the ground right now is just kind of out of reach. And I've got the gym tomorrow, so I didn't really want to irritate it further. I think what did it this morning is I did like a quick little 10-minute workout because I just want to try and supplement when I'm not going to the gym. And it was like really plank heavy, and sometimes putting that weight, I don't think I was engaging my core. So I think I hurt myself. So for like the next time I try this, I'm going to try and do stuff when I'm like on my back, not necessarily like pushing with my arms. Because that can go straight to your low back. So I'm going to try to do stuff that's like on my back next time. It's just something I'm trying out. I look fantastic. Okay. We're going to the gym today. The lower back is better. The upper back is not having it. My shoulders are so tight because of the workout I did yesterday, which was all arms. It was all arms, which I thought meant like, look, I'm aiming for like here. Up here, we are fine. We are good. We don't need anything else here. I was aiming for here. Not what happened. Now I have a very tight shoulder and my upper back is super, super tight. I'm going to have to like probably roll out before I even get to the gym, just so I can like sit in the car. Yeah, so plan is to go to the gym today. Lower back I think is okay. I'm gonna keep an eye on it. Oh my god. Okay. I'm trying to think what my plan for the day is. I want to go through my books. Just because we've gotten to that point again. And then go through my books. I'm just gonna put store them for now until my car gets fixed, and then I can put them in the trunk and take them to the library or to, I think it's a veteran center near me that takes book donations for a book sale they do like every month. So I may take it there. I'm trying to think. I am debating whether or not to switch my clothes over today from winter to summer. One, because like my closet is getting kind of full, because right now any new spring stuff I've bought is now in there with a bunch of bulky sweaters and things, and I'm running out of space. And I finally kind of worked out my closet situation, because in my last house I had a very large closet, and now I have a very little closet that is configured in an odd way, because the people who used to live here were mega tall, and I'm not tall. So now, like, those two things are kind of mixing, and I need to go through what I have from last year and figure out what still fits. But I do need to wash everything. I kind of want to do that, but it depends on just how long stuff will take, and then if my back holds up again. That'll be good. Tomorrow, drop off my car at the exhaust place really early in the morning. They open at 8 o'clock, so we are doing okay. I'm trying a bunch of new things. I don't want to like go into detail about like what I've been doing lifestyle wise, just because I find when I express my goals, they fall apart. So it's more like I'm trying some new things. I'm keeping to myself. I'm just trying to split these down the middle so I can like see. Yeah, we're trying like a bunch of some new things to help with mindset, because it is very easy to slip into apathy and just like think everything's fucked. Why should I try? So we're trying to not do that. Social media is not on my phone right now. I seem to do this every month. I'm looking into getting some kind of like social media only device. Believe it or not, Apple still sells iPod Touches. Interestingly enough, this was the month that Apple announced its discontinuation of the iPod Touch. So they may have all sold out by now. We never looked into it. I'm just thinking about it, but let's get the money stuff straightened out. I'm gonna wait till the car thing happens. I'm thinking about, I have 2 iPad like minis, like really old ones that I want to just recycle, and they give you gift cards for that, so I may just recycle those, get the gift cards, and use that to pay for the iPod Touch. We're trying some different stuff. Hello. I just got off a very long shift. It is May 11th. Shit was weird at work today, but that's not what I'm here to talk about. My car is finally fixed, and it only cost me $239. Yes. So excited. This day started off so stressful, but ended so good. I'm so pleased. This is turning out to be like an okay month so far. I've just like, when I was driving home, I was having so many like thoughts, and I could feel mindsets changing, like stuff is happening, things are churning in here, and like even though stuff was weird at work, I wasn't getting like angry or stressed like normal. Like I was able to kind of like let things be. It was so nice. I do have a headache just because I am hungry. We ordered food. We were gonna go out, but then everybody got tired. So we ordered food, so that's coming. Tomorrow I have a crazy day. My voice teacher pushed my lesson up, so right after the gym I have to run over to him. That reminds me, I need to order a specific music book, so I'll probably do that once I get off here. And then I'll have a few hours, and then I'm gonna go to my dad's for dinner. I'm gonna watch some more Supernatural, because we did Doctor Strange last week. That was fun. Wasn't one of my favorite Marvel movies, but you could definitely feel that it was a Sam Raimi movie. I apologize if that's super mega. Actually, hold on. I should probably shut it off because it is pretty cold in here, which is why I have a blanket on. This is an old Sherlock blanket, like, because even though I don't really watch that show anymore or particularly care for it, it's still cozy. It used to sit in my car for like like winter reasons, and also like if I wanted to go like sit on the grass or something, I'd have a blanket, but I also have a towel in there too, so I could probably use that as well. But I figured this would be better than the Supernatural blanket I have with like people's faces on it, so wouldn't want to really bring that into public. I also use it for when my dog wants to jump on my bed, because she manages to get mud on my comforter every time, even though I don't, like, she's not always dirty, but she manages to get my comforter dirty every single time. And because my comforter no longer fits in our, I almost said dishwasher, it no longer fits like in our washing machine or dryer unless I put it on like a really low spin speed so it doesn't like send it off balance. I'd have to take it to a laundromat. I prefer not to. I know it looks like I'm wearing like the same thing that I have been wearing, but that's because I shot a bunch of clips yesterday in this shirt. This is an Olivia Rodrigo shirt, which I have to remind my mom every time she reads it and gets confused. Speaking of shirts, I ordered some Taylor Swift merch because she really does appeal to that ADHD goblin in my brain that has that very instant gratification, now or never feeling. A day later, it has processed and it has shipped. Taylor Nation, we know what you're capable of now, so explain why some of your other stuff takes ages. So let's do... Okay, so first of all, it is May 17th. It's a Tuesday. I'm gonna go to the gym this morning. Actually looking forward to it. Like, I had a rough time, like, going to bed last night, but I was able to wake up on time because I was able to get myself across the room. You know, they tell you, like, put your alarm clock across the room, so you have to get up to shut it off, and then it gets you out of bed. Well, I can't do that because my alarm clock is also my iPad, and I use the iPad to also go to sleep because I play, like, the calm sleep stories now. I've been finding those have been quite helpful. So I'm like, well, I can't put it across the room. Also, there's like no charging like station here. Like, I wouldn't be able to plug it in like a decent way over here, so I wouldn't want it to like die. But I have this like journal thing I gotta fill out every morning that I've been trying to keep up with, so I've like, okay, I'll put that across the room, and my alarm requires me to complete a task to shut it off. So usually I scan whatever barcode of the book I'm currently reading, but in this case, but I always have to change it. It's always a pain in the ass, like, because I'll finish one or I'll like DNF one, and then I still have to scan it because I forgot to change the barcode. So now I can just keep it to one barcode, keep the journal here, have to go up across the room and do the scan, and then I sit down and I do my thing. And then I can put the shade up because then I have direct sunlight coming in, and that will wake me up. So it has helped, I will say. I'm trying to build like a morning routine. My night routine, solid, good to go. And I think it's because there's no time constraints. Like, I'm not gonna be late for anything. There's nothing that needs to get done by a certain time. I always feel very free at night. It's very easy for me to stick to a routine at night because no matter how late or how early, I always get it done. Because it doesn't feel right until it's done. But morning routines, very hard because, again, like, my job starts at different times every day. On days I don't have work, like, and I don't have anything scheduled, like, there's no structure. Luckily this week, like, on the one day I don't normally have anything planned, I do have a haircut, so at least I know, like, I have to get up by a certain time to be there for that. And then Thursdays are usually pretty structured, but like sometimes I have a Friday off and I never have anything planned. So it's hard to stick to any one thing. So I've been trying to maintain either waking up at 7, because sometimes if the shift starts at 9:45, you gotta wake up at 7. Because I like giving myself a good 2 hours-ish to get ready. It's that ADHD cushion. And like, or 7:30. So 7:30 is like the normal wake up time, but I try to keep it within that half hour. So gym today. I'm also planning on trying to record a cover for YouTube for the first time in ages. I knew it was like what
you guys like to see, and I like doing them. They're very easy to crank out, except I have new equipment, so I want to try that out, and see what I can do. So I already have a song in mind. I was gonna do it yesterday, but like just based on what was going on in the house, just watching my mom go put the mail in the mailbox. Based on what was going on in the house, it just like noise-wise, it just wasn't going to, it would have been disruptive. So now I know that someone's out of the house today who does meetings. So I'm like, okay, I can record during the day, because I didn't want to do it at night either, because that's a wild card depending on when people go to bed. No, I missed the mail woman. Dang it. Well, I have a postcard. You can see it. It's by my keys. They come at different times. Sometimes they don't come till like noon. I figured I'd be okay if I put it in there when I left for the gym. Dang. All right, well, Logan, just so you know, your postcard's gonna come a day later. Before I do move on, nice little reading update. Okay, so this month what was I trying to finish? I was reading a bunch of stuff at once. I ended up DNFing all of it just because, like, after a while, like, it just wasn't the vibe anymore. This happens to me. After a while, even if I'm enjoying the story, I'll just be like, not the vibe right now. So I'll change it. I also did a massive clean out of all my books. So I have 2 boxes ready to donate in the attic right now because, you know, I gotta take some time. Well, I was waiting for my car to be fixed for one thing, and then I also want to call the local library in my town just to see if they take donations, because that's what I normally do. And then I was like, I gotta find something to read. So I picked up Amy and Roger's Epic Detour by Morgan Matson. It came out in 2010. Very good. Great soundtrack. Spotify has the playlists if you're interested. So I got to listen to the music while I was reading the book. It just felt like so nostalgic. And also in the summer, I love a road trip novel. Love road trip novels. Like, I used to go to Barnes & Noble every year and like load up on anything that had like road trip vibes. So they have that, and then I thought about reading, there was another book called The Geography of Lost Things, which was basically the same plot, except it was just a different circumstance, but it was like boy, girl, don't know each other, or I think they were exes, not in this book, in the other book, and they're like exes, and they end up getting paired up, having to drive this car across country because the girl can't drive stick. So I thought about like, just immediately jumping in to that, because I'm like, same thing. But then I ended up picking up the sequel to Carry On. I know it's been 7 years, 6 years, almost 7 years since Carry On came out. I read that in college. I distinctly have memories of it. I read it my freshman year of college. I remember being in a group voice lesson where all of us, if we weren't performing, usually were either on Netflix, on our computers, on our phones, or reading or doing homework. And I was always reading Carry On. And I remember the first kiss scene was happening during my voice lesson, and I had to not squeal. It was so good. So good. And I've had the last 2 books in the trilogy for ages, and I have not picked them up. So I picked this up, and immediately I'm just like flying through it. Very excited. I do want to finish it within the week because according to Goodreads, I am way behind in my goal. I'm like 3 books behind now. After I finished Amy and Roger, I went up 1, but so I divided it into like 7 sections to finish by the end of the week. It is May 20th. Today is Friday. It's like my first shift of the week. It's not till 3, so I've got some time. But this was one of those mornings where like I went to bed with a slight headache and I didn't take anything beforehand, so I woke up this morning with it still there. So I took ibuprofen, also my allergy stuff just in case. So it made my morning like kind of slow. Like I did everything I was supposed to for the most part, like read my book, did like some self-care stuff I've been assigning to myself to try and get it together. And I ate a good breakfast because I was hoping, like, it had to do with, like, hunger. Like, I was hungry. So, I mean, it's still a little meh. We're attempting to turn the day around. I am a little stressed just because I realized an audition I thought was in 2 weeks is really this upcoming Tuesday. And I thought it was 2 weeks because it was 2 weeks when I found it. So, I have a song in mind already. Luckily I was able to like email my voice teacher, like, and yesterday we like kind of worked on some stuff. So I have a song I can use. I just gotta work out trains and stuff like that. It's not in New York, it's still within my state. It's still like an hour away though, so I gotta work out trains and coordinate, but it seems like things will line up better than if I were going into New York, so I won't necessarily have to panic so much about getting a train back home. But yeah, it makes me a little stressed. I have like a little less prep time, and then I work tomorrow, which means Sunday is gonna be rest day. And then Monday is gonna have to be kind of like mental prep, and then Tuesday is the audition, which is gonna be an all-day thing, and then the rest of the week I'm working, so it's gonna be a very busy week next week. May started out like really uneventful, and now we've got a thing at the end of the month, a big thing. Posted a cover. If you haven't seen it yet, it's out, it's good. Feel pleased with myself. Very happy with it. Want to get back on the YouTube grind just a little bit. Some of the stuff I used to do, you know, audition diaries, talking about theater. Things have kind of leveled out now to the point where I feel like I can just talk about theater in a very casual sense now, where it's not everything's awful all the time. Like, there's stuff happening, but it doesn't feel like it's very much business as usual right now, like with your, you know, occasional BS. So that's why I kind of want to do an audition diaries again, and I want to, so I want to get back to it. May has not been a super eventful month, I will say. Like, mentally for me, it's been a lot. Like, there's been a lot of stuff going on, and I've definitely come out of something. Sorry, I'm still massaging my face. I've definitely come out of a very stressful period in time, and like, stuff's still going on, but we're working on shifting mindsets and just kind of getting better at dealing with these things when they come up, which is good. Oh, I did want to mention the new Harry Styles album came out today. I wouldn't consider myself like a stan. Like, I'm not like a massive Harry Styles fan. Like, I haven't heard every song he's ever done, and I was never a One Direction girly. That was never my thing. However, everything I have heard from him, I have liked. So I am saving Harry's House to listen to on my way to work, on my way home from work, so I can like have a nice little experience with it. Yeah, so I'm excited for him. I'm excited for all of you. It is May 21st. It is 90 something degrees outside, and I have to go work in a shirt that does not breathe until 7. I also still have a headache, so that's fun. We're trying out different pain medication today. Hopefully that will kill it. And when I come home, I'm definitely taking a shower, because this is not a vibe. It's just we're looking stringy. Oh my god. Good morning. Pardon the hair. I'm gonna be dyeing like my roots and stuff, like just putting in my conditioner thing later today, so I don't want to shower, so I braided my hair when I went to sleep. I promise eventually in this monthly vlog we will get out of the bedroom. I promise we will get out of the bedroom. I just haven't had anywhere to go lately. It also probably didn't help that my car was out of commission for like most of the month. So I have an audition tomorrow. I've got so many things going through my head. I have to run some errands for it. Today we are looking for a smaller binder for my music, because hold please, when I go to voice lessons, this is what comes with me.
I had you looking in the wrong section. How could I be so stupid?
It's like the size of my head. This is pretty much like all the it's not all of my sheet music. Like, I took out some of the stuff from college, like some of the like other foreign language stuff, which I may need to put back in because that's what we work on in my voice lessons. But there's just stuff I don't use in here. I need to get a smaller binder because bringing this to some unsuspecting accompanist, that's just mean. We also need just like some shoes to match my dress that I'm gonna wear. I just need like some tan shoes or some sandals or something nicer than boots. Usually I wear boots to auditions just because they're comfy, but it's summertime. They would be a little clompy with this dress. And I don't want to wear sneakers or anything either because the show is like 1940s. I want to look a little nice. I'm planning on curling my hair. I might get some nail polish just to do my toes if the shoes are open-toed, just because I don't want to have bare toes. I have therapy in a few minutes. I'm going to be talking about how I have no freaking clue where I am coming out on the train because it's not even like a station that I'm coming out of because it's not in New York. It's closer, like an hour closer. And it's a regional theater, but it's in a town I've never been to, and you have to get there early, and the only few regional things I've done have been in small cities that are walkable. So I'm more concerned about like if I get there early and I don't have a place to hang out, is there a safe place I can go, just for my personal safety, because like if it's not a walkable area or if it's like not a great area, I don't know what this area is like. I'd like to have a safe place to wait. Okay, I just took like a body shower because all throughout my therapy appointment I had to close the windows because it was loud outside, and then I had to keep my air conditioner off because loud as well. And I was sweating, so I was like, I have to take a body shower, even though I'm planning on taking a bath later. One, for like just a nice little relaxing last self-care thing before I gotta go crazy tomorrow, and two, so I can dye my hair. Hair is back in the braids. I just like redid the braids because I'm planning on just putting a baseball cap on and going out. But I realized I have one more errand I didn't do. Because I got new headshots, all of the ones I have printed are old. So I realized I had to get photo prints from CVS. And I did my best, and then I'm gonna have to bring them home and then print my resumes out and glue them to the back or staple them. I prefer the glue though, it looks better. So that's an extra errand I have to do. So I'll be picking that up on the way. Gotta go out. I'm debating whether I should eat first or later, or should I eat out. Here's the thing, I'm kind of accepting at this point that like I'm spending a ton of money. Like throughout the month of June, I'm like allowing myself to do like Father's Day gift, and that's it. Like no fun impulse purchases for me for the month of June, because I need to get just like, because I'm still paying off stuff for my car and still paying off my New York trip from April. So I'm like, I'm getting shifts again. So like, I'm like, okay, June is gonna be the month of like getting my finances in order and just keep paying stuff off, going through, cutting some bills. I say that all the time, but I never do it. Yeah, so I'm just kind of accepting, like, should I get lunch out while I'm out? Because I'd like to go out as early as I possibly can, not in the afternoon, because once 3 o'clock hits, rush hour, just, yeah. Which means I should probably get ready, like, now and leave around now, which means I will have to eat out. Because I'm gonna have to go to the mall, so I'll probably end up getting like coffee or something, or a snack at like Barnes & Noble, as always. So I'm resting in a Barnes & Noble because my back hurts. And I went to 3 different shoe stores and found no shoes. The joys of being a size 5. There's like 2 builder guys trying to talk to security. So I have a pair of like old tan sandals I've had since high school, so I may end up just wearing those. But on the upside, the theater got back to me. I can get there as late as 9:30 because that's when they open the building, and they're like, you'll have plenty of time to be seen between 10 and 11. So I'm like, excellent. Don't have to get up at crazy early. I can just get an Uber and go straight there and get let in. Fantastic. So that at least takes some of the stress off. I'm just gonna chill in here. I'm probably gonna get a snack. But yeah, my back's bothering me. I wonder if I slept wrong or something, because I've been stretching. I've been good about it, but we'll see.
surface, but I think you know I'm the one. Just pray and pray I don't curse it. Goddamn. Typically, that'd be my love.
So I'm on the train after a very stressful morning. Don't want to seem weird, but my phone didn't charge last night, and I was worried it was broken, like it couldn't charge, but it's fine. It's plugged in, it's charging. And then driving in, I thought I was gonna miss my train because I kept getting stuck behind slow people. There was an ambulance. It was a lot. So I was like, if I miss my train, maybe it wasn't meant to be, because it seemed like everything in the universe was trying to get me to miss my train. But I made it with like a minute to spare. So I'm gonna get to the next station, and then I have like a little under an hour to wait. So I can take a breather. And yeah. This is the emptiest audition room I've ever been in my life. It's kind of nice. Also a little nervous because I don't think there's many people in front of me. So I'm sitting, waiting for my train. That's not a person, thank God. Okay. My Lyft driver actually brought me in on the correct side of the tracks. Apparently there's like 2 entrances depending on which way you're going. And I'm glad he asked me, because I wouldn't have known that it's like across the street. So it's like 2-hour journey, almost 3, for the audition to last all of 2 seconds. I sang my cut, they liked it. I was actually quite pleased with myself because I thought my nerves were gonna kind of like ruin my voice a bit, but my technique backed me up, let me tell you. I'm glad I did it. Certainly the least stressful audition situation of my life, definitely a very stressful travel situation. But now I am prepared to just sit on the train, relax, read my book. I'm planning on getting off. There's an earlier train that gets me halfway to where I need to go, and then I'm either gonna get a bus back, or my mom's gonna grab me if she can. It's just closer. But at least it's a place that's familiar, and it's a city I hang out in, so like I know where I can hang out and wait if I need to. Yeah, I always like going into the city because I used to work there, and I have all these places that I would go, so it always makes me feel kind of like it's my old haunts, all these little places I used to go. So I did that thing where you look at the train schedule and you think, oh, I have this time, I'm gonna get on the train at this time, when turns out you're looking at directions for the opposite direction. So then you're confused when you go back on and see a train for like an hour from now, a little less than an hour from now, and you're confused. I mean, I'll still be able to catch my second train, but like it's a little longer than I was planning on waiting. Not gonna lie, probably explains also why the platform's empty. Why does this always happen to me? So I'm back from my audition, and an interesting turn of events. I come home to an email from a job I interviewed for, like, was it last month? It might have been. Yeah, last month. That I interviewed for last month, and they said that they wanted to do a second round with me, but the manager was going on vacation, so she said we'd have to wait a week, and I was like, okay. And then 2 weeks go by, so I follow up, and then I followed up again just to say like, hey, like my schedule is set for right now, so like I can give you dates if you need dates. And I heard nothing, so I thought like, okay, well, maybe it didn't pan out, which kind of sucks because I really would have liked to work for this company. And I just get an email scheduling the interview. Don't know. And what's great is it would be in theater. It wouldn't be acting, but it would be in the theater realm, you know? It would be really, really nice to be able to do that. Because at very least, I'm working in the industry I want to be in, even if it's not in the way I want to be in. Like, you know, everything's a stepping stone and everything's connected. So overall, like, long, tiring, but like overall very like productive day, gotta say. Fortunately, I gotta go to work tomorrow, which means I don't really get that much rest between now and tomorrow, and it's already almost 4:30. But this is shaping up to be actually a pretty decent month. And I was fully sure this morning that it was gonna take a downturn, but life is weird. Good morning. It is May 27th. It's a Memorial Day weekend. Just heard a door slam. I look tired. I was supposed to work today. Then my shift got cut. So apparently that's where we're at again. Where even if I do get scheduled, it may not be for real. We don't know. I have my interview for my other job on Tuesday, and I was agonizing about it for several days because while my highway skills are getting better, I'm not super comfortable driving into the city just yet, and also I've never parked in a parking garage before, and this place has a particularly tricky parking garage, like so small with lots of large pillars, like people scrape their cars on it all the time, and I'm someone who doesn't know where my car ends. So I was like, I don't know if I'd be able to handle, one, the pressure of a time crunch and getting somewhere on time and figuring out how to do several things for the first time. I don't know if I'd be able to do that. So I was looking for buses. I was like, I gotta get a bus into this like town. And I used to commute on the bus to this city all the time because I used to work there, and I would take the commuter bus, which, you know, picks me up at like 6 something in the morning. And then I would take like a 2 p.m. bus home. And it was very easy, and I was like, there's a park and ride right near me. I can easily do this. And I'm looking at these schedules, and I'm like, okay, these shifts would start at 12, and I'm seeing some stuff for 12, but I need to get to an interview for 3 o'clock, and I'm not finding anything. Also, I'm not even sure if I'm looking at the right schedule. It was all very confusing trying to figure out what's what. Very confusing. So I'm panicking, and I was like, and I said to my mom, I was like, you have to help me go through these bus schedules because I have no freaking clue what's going on. And we hadn't gotten to it yet, but I was like, I have till Tuesday. And then I was like, do I need to go to the building or do I need to go to the venue? And I was like, I should probably ask her. So I messaged the person I've been talking to, and I was like, do I have to go to your venue or your offices? And because it's two different buildings, and I've been to both, so I know where both are. And she's like, oh, I'm so sorry. That's very important info. We just do it on Zoom. So, no bus. Yeah. It's good to know, I think, that there's buses to get on if I need to start commuting. But yeah. So my interview is on Zoom on Tuesday. So today, because work is canceled, we're gonna go see the Bob's Burgers movie. My family loves Bob's Burgers. I showed it to them back, I think in 2011, like when it came out, and I just love it. And every single character is like a member of my family. Like the mom, like Linda is my mom, Teddy is her fiance, and Bob is my dad. Like, it's very funny. Like, the way the kids behave towards their parents is very much how we act towards our parents. So we just think it's great. But we were so excited when the movie was coming out, so we're gonna go. And we thought we were gonna go like on Monday, like after it opened. And it was gonna be crowded because it'll be Memorial Day, but then my shift got canceled, and I was like, actually, we could go opening day during the day if we wanted, because kids still have school and it should be quiet. And we're like, yeah, let's go. So that's my only thing I'm doing today. It's very nice. I have work tomorrow, so I will be working the holiday weekend, but, you know, oh my god, the sun. It's supposed to rain later. I don't have anything else until Wednesday. Well, I have the interview Tuesday and then work Wednesday, but we'll see if those shifts stick, because the weekday shifts can be a bit of a wild card, because basically it's just like not enough traffic to justify this many people being on the clock at one time, which makes sense. Like, I can't blame them. It's just like there's just no money. However, I'm like, I need to pay my bills. Also, June, we're looking forward to June already. June is going to be a no-buy month. June is going to be like, I am, like, and this is what I've been saying, I need to get my finances in check. June is going to be a no-buy month. Basically, I got to cut some subscriptions, basically stuff I'm not using. We're cutting to bare minimum. So basically, I'm like, I can buy a Father's Day gift, and then I have to buy one more gift for something, and then that's really it. Basically, like, essential subscriptions, so, like, you know, Spotify, things like that, stuff I use all the time. And I can't buy books, can't just buy clothes, can't just buy random shit I see. We're trying to quell this little, like, impulsive thing I do where I seem to buy everything, which is gonna be tough because I get, you know, coupons in the email and, like, all this stuff. So yeah, June is gonna be a no-buy month. Before I sign off for this section, reading update. I finished Wayward Son. It ended on a cliffhanger, but I will give it a pass because it is the second book in a series, in a trilogy. I only get pissed when that happens in the first book in a series. I don't like it. I think I have this belief first books should be able to survive on their own. But anyways, yeah, Wayward Son was good. And now I'm reading a book I got the other day, because impulsive me. I already knew June was going to be a no-buy month, so I think my brain went, well, better go out with a bang. So I got let out early from work the other day, and on my break I had seen a TikTok for a book called Birds of California, which I know is huge right now. I was interested in it for the Hollywood ex-child star aspect of the storyline. It's and someone pitched it as like the TV brother and sister from Life with Derek, like meeting years later. And I was like, I like that because Life with Derek was everything. So I was like, well, I know what I'm doing after work. I'm gonna go to the bookstore and I'm gonna go buy that. And like one of the workers approached me when I picked it up off the table because I went looking for it, and turns out it was like right at the front of the store. And she goes, that's actually one of our most popular books. And I was like, I'm gonna tell you right now, I literally like an hour ago saw a TikTok about it and came here. And she's like, wow, okay. And then I got this other book called Must Love Books, because I got into like a bookish mood, and I was like, I want to read books about like book lovers. And it's about this girl. She's a woman of color. She works in publishing. She works in business publishing specifically, and she's been in the assistant pool for like 5 years. And she's like, I'm sick of this. My like dream job, like prospects have kind of disappeared because I thought like getting into publishing meant like I was going to be working with authors and like working with the thing I love, which is books. And instead I've gotten like put in this stupid business company full of books that have been published for the past like 20 years. And it's like a really old company, and like we're not doing anything new or innovative. And they kept downsizing too. So on top of that, she's like, I'm getting paid the same amount and I'm doing the responsibility of like 5 people. And then she finds out that she's getting a pay cut on top of everything else, and she's already getting paid a minuscule salary. And I'd say roughly she's about a little bit older than me. But I was just like, same, feel you. Yeah, like my salary. I mean, my salary technically went up, but I am getting less hours. And she's like, okay, I need like my dream job. Like she's like, I need to get out. I need to find something else, like just at least to afford my rent. And she talks to her previous boss who left the company, and was like, do you want like this freelancing position? Like we're looking for people and it could possibly foray into full-time work. And she's like, yes, let's do it. Except she's not going to quit her current job because this would be part-time. So she's going to moonlight at this company while working at her current job, which is very much against the rules because it's a competing company. But she's like, it's like working in the industry I want to be in the section I want to be in, because I can work with fiction, I can work with authors. And basically she's been given, and then her work gives her another offer. It gets like really complicated. She's like, okay, I just got to keep this secret for 6 months and maybe I can get a full-time job at this place. And then her job decides to go, I talked about getting you a promotion and they said that if you can sign on this really popular author we're trying to get, we will give you a promotion with like a nice pay bump. And she's like, fuck. And she's already met this guy. I have a feeling it's going to be a romance. Like she's going to like get together with this author guy because he's like cute and young. But basically the guy's like unsure about signing with her current company, but she also knows that if she brings on, because the new company said that if she brings on an author, then that will look good for her promotion. So basically it's like this Sophie's Choice thing of, do I bring it to my old publisher and get a full-time job or like get a nice pay raise in some place I know, or do I put my eggs in this new company's basket and like continue up the ladder and like juggling both jobs and no one can find out, and this one author, like it's like so conflict of interest. And I'm just like, but I relate to all of this. I was like, because now I'm working a job like which is not in an industry I particularly like care for, although I've learned a lot about it since I've been in it. But now I'm applying for this job that's like in my like the industry I want to be in. I don't have to keep a secret, luckily, but I am going to try and figure out how to foray it into, so I can have 2 jobs and I know what I'm doing week to week. So that'll be helpful because I'm trying to make some more money because the world is very expensive. And if I can meet people in the theater world, I might be able to find some roommates. But yeah, no, the book is called Must Love Books. It is very good. I'm enjoying it. I'm flying through it, like literally flying through it. I feel like every time I look up at the page number, another 10 pages have gone by. And it's getting me enthusiastic just about reading in general again. So now I'm already like looking around at all the books I have and thinking like, what do I want to do next? What do I want to do next after this? So that's good. I'm enthusiastic. I have not started editing this yet, believe it or not. The last few months I've edited it while I've gone. There was one month I had to scrap, I think, and then start over. But this month I was like, I'm just going to keep going until some kind of through line emerges, and then I will edit. But I haven't edited yet, and the month ends in 4 days. So I'm thinking about either starting that today or starting it on Sunday. But that's where we're at right now. Okay, I apologize for the air conditioner, but I'm trying to leave it on as long as possible because I'm gonna have to shut it off in a sec. I have my second interview in a little over a half an hour. I didn't put any makeup on just because Zoom touches you up, and I didn't feel like putting anything else on my skin because I am breaking out. So right now I'm just kind of writing through, trying to figure out like if I do get this job, how I want it to be scheduled without it seeming like a bad thing, because this schedule is something I need. Because there's 2 days I cannot budge on working for either job. Like I just can't, for my mental health, and just I need it. It's just there's not enough days in the week, and I know they need people, but also like I have to stay within these boundaries because I need this time for myself. I'm looking to do either Monday and Tuesday for them and then leave Wednesday, Thursday, Friday open for my current job because that's the one that's paying me more. However, I may, if they do need like a third day, I can give them Wednesday, I guess, and then I end up working only 2 days a week at my current job. My worry is they're gonna need a weekend. So in that case, I don't know, because when my job hired me, I think they required me to work weekends, like at least one day, and that may not happen, so I could flip-flop that schedule, where like I give this new place Saturdays, and I keep Wednesdays for them. So yeah, unfortunately, like I'm juggling 5 days on and 2 days off. One, because it's filled to the brim usually with a schedule, Thursdays, and I just moving it around. It's not, because it's not a normal 9 to 5, it's not like I can just move it to a weekend because they don't like me not working on weekends. And then Sunday I need one weekend day just for specific weekend things. but also for my rest and my mental health, because Thursday is not a rest day. I am flat out all day. So I only have 5 days to work with, and really that's only 2 to 3 days to offer them. I'm trying not to feel bad about it. I feel like everybody, like, the fact that I need that day of rest, like, it makes me, like, feel bad, and it shouldn't make me feel bad. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. I have to, like, write down that, like, if they reject me because of this, it doesn't have to do with me as a person. It's just like, I don't fit their needs. I don't fit their needs. It's fine. They don't hate me as a person. It's not like a judgment. And also, this is a panel interview for diversity purposes, so I'm not really sure what that means. I've never done a panel interview, so I'm a little nervous, to be honest, because it's not just going to be one person. I talked to someone on the phone, and, you know, that's a different vibe than seeing them face to face. I'm blurring my background so they can't see all my stuff, although I did take stuff off my bed. I'm very nervous. Hopefully this goes well. I'm hoping we're getting a good end to May. Please, 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 can we just have a good end to May? We did it. We did it. I had some technical difficulties. I couldn't get in through the app, so I had to do it through the browser, which means I couldn't blur my background, but it was fine because they could only really see me from the neck up. So that's helpful. My Olivia Rodrigo shirt got delivered today. So that's what I changed into because I sweat through that other shirt. So it went well. One of the interviewers wanted to know my sign, so I like that energy. And yeah, now I am working on an audition. I think my big issue with it was, like, trying to find a monologue. I had 2 songs ready, but trying to find a monologue was really hard, and I feel like I found something that I can work with. So I'm probably gonna chill, and then I'm gonna do this after dinner, because usually after dinner everybody hangs out downstairs, and I don't have to deal with people walking around and stuff up here. I have, like, clothes for it, which is good, and also the character is a writer in the 1800s, and I was going to, I have this lovely fountain pen that I need to get better ink for, but I have props. Like, I could have props for the monologue section, which is good. I see people's self-tapes online and they get creative, and I feel like I don't get creative enough sometimes. So I'm very pleased. Very pleased. But hopefully this job works out. I don't have to negotiate anything unless they take me on, because I asked and they said they go over schedule when they take you on, and I'm like, good. So I don't have to worry about that yet. The next steps, if I do get the job, would be signing paperwork, obviously negotiating those hours, and me just practicing getting to work. So I would probably set aside that time to work on driving into the city, and parking and stuff, but doing it with no time constraints. So that'll be nice. Hopefully this'll work out. Worst comes to worst, I find a bus. I find a commuter bus. I'm hoping the end of May will have a good ending.